is Rye.
My name is Miss Roots.
And I'm Mistaken.
And together we are...
kind of on our summer holidays a little bit.
On our holly bops.
Like, just a little bit.
It's not the summer anymore, though.
Well, it's our autumn holidays then.
Although I'm an advocate for... for August being the summer. Like, I know
Since
it's
when?
not. No, I know it's not.
No,
right?
hang on.
I know
Since literally
it's
when?
not. Since always. Because I'm forever being like, oh, something about the summer. And in my mind, like, the summer is until the end of August because the kids' holidays. And then there's always some smart arse being like, it's not actually the summer though, is it? And I'm like
you
off.
just did a minute ago.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I realised I slipped into that type of negativity and that kind of mindset, but I am an advocate for...
Please welcome to the stage, advocate.
No, I'm an advocate for, like, shut up. Like, stop now. Stop being bold. Stop.
Sorry.
I think
so
we
a
should
direct quote from you.
I'm
an advocate for shut up.
For shut up.
Right.
Yeah. In my mind, there is no autumn, really. Like...
What are you saying?
Like, August is kind of summer, and by the time you get to September, you're like, it's practically winter.
No.
It is, in my mind.
Yeah, but you're making no sense.
I think I'm making sense for the girls who it makes sense to.
Which is nobody.
No,
There's
it's
nobody.
the girls.
No.
It is the girls.
I think climate
The
change has
girls that
got you
get
at
it,
this
get
point.
it.
I
No.
just think... No.
You have someone listen to this being like, oh, rains in Ireland all year round.
All year round,
doesn't it?
we don't really get summer. And then the same people are the ones who complain about the heat all the time.
Yeah. But we are in our summer era. We are in our summer holidays.
What I was trying to say was we're kind of in our summer holiday era of like we are, we're doing a little bit of traveling. We're doing the sightseeing.
We're going to London.
Yeah.
To be fair, is that traveling if you could get to town in the same amount of time? I'm not too sure.
Well, it's traveling when you get to do all the fun things.
Well, this is true. We actually haven't been to London in ages.
No, I was trying to remember. Have we been to? Oh, we have been to London since
COVID.
Yeah,
we went to see.
I was trying
Gaga.
to not mention. I was actually going to say pandemic, and then I was like, oh, don't say pandemic. And but like at this point, look, if you're not over it,
the last time we were there in 2022 for Gaga.
Yeah, but I think we went afterwards. No, did we not go for something else?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm sure this is enthralling to listen to.
I'm sure
as both are just like, God, when's the last time we've been to London?
Yeah. I am very excited though because we are going tomorrow night to see Imelda Staunton.
Although by the time this is out, we will be there since yesterday.
Yeah, and you will have probably seen it on Instagram by now.
You will have, yeah.
But yeah, we're going to see Imelda Staunton. I'm really excited.
Yeah, now we are going to see a friend as well. We're not going to just... We're popping over to see Imelda.
This is where I would like to let the listeners know my friend is Imelda Staunton.
Okay, fair.
So by the time this episode comes out and I've been arrested...
By the time this episode is out, you're friends with Imelda Staunton.
I'm friends with Imelda Staunton. So like, I don't know what to tell you.
You'll have had like, what? Not quite 48 hours, but you'll have found Imelda. And you'll have said, I've said on my podcast that we're friends.
Yeah.
And I feel like she'd be like, fair dues.
Yeah, either that or it'd be, she'd just call the police.
There's a good chance it's the latter.
Yeah.
But I also feel like, have you ever seen that thing online? One of our friends sends it to me all the time because we're both Leos. And then it's like, I choose to believe that if I went up to a lion, it wouldn't attack me. It would sense that I have good vibes. And then we just get along like.
Right.
Like that could be you and Imelda. She'd be like, I don't know who you are, but the vibes are immaculate.
Is it because we're both thespians?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So she'll sense my thespian energy.
Yeah, the T in LGBT is thespian.
We are in our theatre era though. As much as we're in our cinema era, we are in our theatre era because we've lined up a good few shows to go to in London.
We have.
But we have also just seen Little Shop of Horrors in Ireland as well.
And it was fantastic.
It actually was. Look, to be fair, credit where it's due.
Compliments to the cast.
Compliments to the chef because I seen that it was announced and I was like, oh, that'd be fun to go to, but I didn't realise at the time that it was an all-Irish production.
And
so
it was
that's what really got me interested.
The first of its type, right, in the Board Gosh?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was the first in-house production. Now, it was done by TheatreWorks, but I don't know if the Board Gosh commissioned for it to be done or whatever way it came about. But
it was there anyway.
It was there.
And it was fantastic.
And it actually was fab.
The set was amazing. The acting was amazing. The singing was amazing. It was all immaculate. And I had never seen The Little Shop of Horrors before. I don't know why I said it like that. I said it very enunciated.
I'd never seen The Little Shop of Horrors.
But it was really good.
It was.
I really liked it.
And like we said, kudos to the chef.
Kudos to the chef. You were great in your play.
But you know who's not great in their play?
Who?
Ticketmaster.
Okay.
So
why?
When we were booking...
sorry, I know why, but tell me why you think this specifically now.
Okay, so when we were booking the tickets, when I was booking the tickets for Little Shop of Horrors, I booked them for the wrong day by mistake.
Okay,
So
you're not setting a great picture for Ticketmaster being the problem here.
no, to be fair, but this leads on to a bigger point, right? So I
Okay.
was booking the tickets and I was already frustrated as it was because I don't like using Ticketmaster. It's very annoying. And booked tickets for the wrong day, I contacted the theatre thinking maybe the box office can move them around if possible. If not, no big deal. Like it was my mistake. Fair enough. So contacted the box office and they were like, yeah, that's no worries. But because you got them through Ticketmaster, you need to contact them. Cool. So the only solution that Ticketmaster has was for me to then buy 5 more tickets to
Okay.
Little Shop of Horrors.
Right.
And
Important to clarify, the 5 of us were going. They weren't just
Actually,
like, "Do you know what,
important to
because of your
clarify-
problem, buy 5.
it was actually only 4.
Was it?
Now that I realise it. Yeah, it was only 4 of us.
Oh, there wasn't. Anyway.
But anyway, they were like, you need to buy 4 more tickets and then we'll refund you the old ones, right? So that's grand up until the point that that's like another €250.
Right.
Right? But it wouldn't have been €250 if there wasn't €7.10 on every single ticket as a Ticketmaster admin fee.
Yeah, who's the admin?
And like,
Who's this
so
paying for?
I'm paying €7.10 extra per ticket. Well, actually, we're all paying €7.10 extra per ticket. Anyway, I was paying that to have the luxury of having the ticket on my own phone that I then have to make sure is ready and available and on the Apple Wallet in time for the show. I don't get a physical ticket anymore.
Who we could have resolved the issue directly if we booked through the box office. So they could have changed the tickets for us,
If we had booked it directly to them.
and it would have been $7.50 cheaper.
Yeah. And do you know what? I have, in that moment, decided that for any future
Endeavours.
endeavours in such realms that the thespians are attracted to,
Yeah.
I want to go and buy directly from the box office.
Now, does buying directly from the box office mean you have to physically go to the box office?
Well, yes.
No, like I didn't. It's just
No,
like
you do
have
have
to
the
go to
option.
the
You have
theatre.
got the option to. You could get them online
Okay.
through Ticketmaster.
No, but I mean, like, can you go? Do you have to directly go to the board? Gosh, or can you go? Is there like somewhere? Is there like an on-post?
No, because that's the
No.
post office.
No, I know that, but like, you know, the way years ago you used to be able to get Ticketmaster tickets.
You couldn't get your tickets in the post office, chicken.
No, but you used to be able to get them in like Centras and stuff.
I'm pretty sure that was just where places had like Ticketmaster
Exactly.
outlets.
Yeah, so I didn't know if there was box office outlets.
That
just
would be
have to go to-
Ticketmaster
You just have to go directly to the box office.
to the box office.
Right. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That answers my question. A little bit passive aggressively, but it answered it.
I don't know if it was that passive aggressive.
Oh, it was kind of.
I don't know. I
think it
think
might have been.
I think to be fair, that was a very straightforward and other S word question.
You could have just said no.
I
been like,
kind of
no.
did. I kind of said no. I kind of gave you your options.
Well, I don't know.
But you know what's actually really annoying, because it's very like customer service nowadays, because we've had a slew. We have a couple of ongoing issues with customer service at the moment.
And I'm really, do you know what? Like we're both very self-aware people. Like I don't feel that we're the problem, but the signs
Aaliyah
are starting to
wouldn't.
point towards us being the problem. But I really don't
we're
feel
we're
are.
definitely the common denominator because we're involved in it all. However, we've also had witnesses each individual time.
Yes.
Right. And like that, where you asked a simple question of, is there another way I can get a ticket by avoiding Ticketmaster? And I said, well, no, you can just go to Ticketmaster. That's the level of customer service you're getting at the moment. You walk into a shop and you're like, hey, I'd love to have this in a size XL or L, depending on the
And
shop.
then they turn to you and say, "How dare you?
They turn to
How
you.
dare you acknowledge my being?
They turn to you and say, well, I don't work here.
I don't work here." And you're like, "You have a uniform." And they're like, "And?"
No, but then what it actually is the Gen Z in a vintage uniform that they got from a vintage shop. That's what it is.
Yeah, and they do work here, just for clarification. And like, I don't know, just customer service gone to the dogs.
I know it's really.
And
gone to
both
the
of
dogs.
us worked in customer service for a year, so again, I think
And I'm not saying that I didn't make it go to the dogs.
I was fantastic. My job. Oh, that's a barefaced lie.
like, come
Barefaced
on, you're
lie.
out of it
But
now.
I was always very aware that I was dealing with other people that were like dealing with something annoying to begin with. So I was never like a bad.
No, that is true. The one thing I'm not is a Karen. The one thing I'm not is someone who'll just complain for the sake of complaining. But if something goes wrong, I'm sorry, we need to start complaining more.
I was bad at my job in the sense that like Targets where they were like, just upsell this. I was like, no, I'm not
Because
doing that.
I think you're also self-aware enough that you're just then making the man richer, and you're like, no.
And I was like, unless I'm the man that making richer, I'm not overly interested in that.
I did love how years ago they would like try and incentivize you to sell, and they'd be like, we've got a bar of chocolate for someone who sells an add-on to this.
A pizza lunch to the team with the highest sales. And I was like, I can buy myself a pizza. I'm not that hard up.
Yeah.
I'm really not. Although, with the salary, I was close to being hard up.
See, I just
very
knew
close
you were
to being
going
hard
to.
up.
I knew you were going to weave that back in somehow.
Yeah.
I just knew.
But before we are in our travelling thespian era.
Sorry, I also want to just add on to the Ticketmaster thing. Ticketmaster thing is it's the same for concerts. Because they have obviously the monopoly, it's really frustrating to get tickets.
We're going to a lot of concerts recently. Now, it's a lot in my mind, but if you're a concert person, I feel like it's actually a very bare minimum. But we have 5 concerts lined up in the next 8 months. That's a lot for me.
No, that is a lot, but also we're not really gig people.
No, and
I don't like a gig for the sake of a gig. I want to know who I'm going to.
Are in Ireland, and it's actually people don't big acts don't come to Ireland very often, so I do feel like it's a lot. It really does feel like a lot. And the point I'm getting at is we're being rinsed by the admin charge. It's like $7.50 every time.
Every single time.
Is it always $7? It's always $7.50.
I think it is. It's 7 something anyway.
And you know what? I realised the irony because I'm just remembering that I said on the past episode that €7 was not hard for me to
hilarious.
€7 not hard for me to part ways with. However, that's €7 for something I'm buying. I'm already spending a pretty penny on these tickets. So €7 extra to go towards nothing is
frustrating.
To be honest, Ticketmaster are just bastards. I just really hate giving them. If you could find another way to get the tickets,
to go to the box office,
like a box office, but unfortunately you can't. I don't think you can go to the Olympia and say, can you?
Yes.
Am I just discovering what a box office is for the first time?
No,
is that what
you
this
absolutely are. Now, to be fair, you used to be able to go to Ticketmaster in person as well, but they got rid of all that.
Can you go to the Aviva and buy a ticket directly?
For what?
I don't know.
Sport?
Anything. Something that's coming up.
High sport. I would like to see
a concert.
You. I don't know.
Interesting. And you don't have to pay $7.50.
I don't know. I haven't done it.
Okay.
I don't. I just know.
Inquiring minds would like to know if someone could let me know.
I'd sooner go to the box office and spend an extra €7 knowing it's going towards the venue fee.
Oh yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But this elusive admin fee is insane.
I'm just really bitter about the fact that Ticketmaster is so awful in Ireland, to be fair.
I think it's global.
No, well, but I'm not trying to buy tickets all over the gaff. I'm a local gal. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Anyway.
Yes.
We were at a wedding recently.
We were.
In the darling Fota Island.
Oh, darling.
Oh, darling. And it was actually Cork Pride. And every single time we were saying that weekend, we were like, oh, we're off down to Cork. Everyone's like, oh, for Pride.
For Pride.
We were like, no.
For a gay wedding.
For a gay wedding. So kind of, there's an element of pride there. Actually.
Was there?
No, because getting married on Pride weekend, that gives homophobia.
I did tell somebody afterwards when we came back, I was like, oh, we were at a wedding down in Cork, blah, blah, blah. And they were like, oh, was there drag queens? And I was like, no, why? But I didn't realise that. I didn't clock that in any which way, but I was like, no, not just because it's a wedding doesn't mean there has to be a drag queen at it.
I know,
that's not how it happened.
It often feels... We were technically the drag queens at it, but we obviously weren't in drag.
No, we were the dry shites, let's be real.
Yeah. And I often feel bad. So there's this thing, right? And I think it's actually a saying at this stage amongst the circle that we're in is being the drag queen at the wedding.
Yeah.
It's like being the drag queen at the X.
Yeah,
and you're
at
always...
the family function.
You're always kind of... People are always going to be a little bit enthralled and... You're not really going to be that interesting.
No, that is true.
To be fair.
That is
because I don't know why people think being a drag queen means that you're really, really interesting all the time. And some people are. But I didn't feel that way.
Now, can I ask where was it we were at the wedding?
What do you mean, where was it?
What was the place that we were at?
Fota Island, I already said this.
Yeah, and it was really nice. The grounds are really, really nice. The wedding's really nice.
Right.
The facilities were lovely.
Yeah.
I actually have a brochure here in front of me.
What is this turning into?
This is actually... So for anyone who's watching on YouTube, you'll see that I have a map here. And this is all the different walking trails that's around on the Fota Island. And it's actually a picture. It's actually from the sky, a picture of it. Can you just tell me, does that... Would that look like an island?
Are you getting at what you're trying? Are you trying to say the fact that I refuse to believe the Fota Island is an actual island?
Yes.
Right, now, because pass me that.
Because before that, the signs, just the telltale signs of it being an island is the name, Fota Island. On the bottom of the map, your private island is written there. The fact that I can see that there's water all around it, and remember that we had to go on a bridge across to get to said island. And also, I would like to point out that yesterday in conversation, you made an aggressive point about how we didn't even have to cross a bridge, so it wasn't really an island, even though we did have to cross a bridge multiple times.
Do you want to pass that over to me?
Yeah, Exhibit A.
So, on the topic of Exhibit A, first of all, it says your private island. It actually wasn't private. There were multiple people there. It actually wasn't private at all.
Paying customers.
Do you know what? There was actually, and there's a golf course, and people were playing golf on the golf course. Now, see this little bit here, right? See this little bit here. I apologize for anyone listening to this. Go over to the YouTube video if you want to see this properly.
YouTube.
See this bit little here. What I'm pointing to for anyone who is listening
Is the bridge.
No, okay, it's a bridge. And what's that bridge on?
What do you mean, what's the bridge on?
Like, what's under the bridge?
Trolls.
No, what's that bit there? See that green bit that we call land? Is that what that bridge is on?
That's the left side of the island.
That is no, it's not.
No, you see,
because
you're gagged with that,
no,
aren't
it's
you?
not
You're
the
a
left
bit
side of
gagged
the
with
island.
that
That is
now.
not true.
See?
Because that is mainland. That is
Fota
mainland
Island
Cork.
is-
I refuse to believe
Fota
that it's an
Island
island.
is an island in Cork Harbour.
Yes, but then why, if it's an island, is it attached to the mainland?
How do you know it's the mainland?
Because I can see it.
No, but you see, you
'Cause I
can't
was
see
there.
you can't see past that corner of the
Because
picture, so
well,
you wouldn't know.
do you know who can see past me when I was there
No,
last
but-
weekend?
No, because
it's,
you see, this
it's
is the
not
thing.
an island.
It is an island.
It's not.
Why would they call it Fota Island if it
So
wasn't
they
an
can
island?
call it your private island, and it's not a poxy private island because it's not private and it's not an island. It's attached to land.
Well, it is private because you have to pay to be there.
Okay, I have to pay to use the M&S toilet or what? Like what? What are you trying to get at?
That's not true.
Stephen's Green toilet, whatever. Does that mean it's my private toilet?
For the 20 cents of time, I don't think you're sharing it with everybody else.
No, it's not a. Well, first, it's not a private island because like it's a resort, so many people can stay there. What? Every hotel is a private hotel then.
Yeah, it's a private hotel, but also a private island. We're talking about an island here.
Well, let's get exactly. We're talking about an island here, but the fact that we're not because it's attached to land.
Can we not handle when we're called
It's
out
attached
on the
to
podcast?
land again. For those who cannot see in the video, see this bit here. Now my light is getting in the way. See this bit here. Okay, here is the bridge. Here is said bridge. On the left side of that bridge, there is land. On the right side of that bridge, there is land. What does that mean? It's over land. If it was going over water, okay, if it was going over water,
Can you see water in the picture? All around the island.
I can see water around 75% of that island. That's the supposed island.
So it's a 75% private island.
They're 25% lying bastards is what they are. It's not an island.
Now, why are you fuming that you're called
It's not
in?
an island.
Why are you fuming that I actually brought evidence and all to court?
It was lovely. I had a delightful time. The wedding was darling.
Oh, darling.
But do you know what the wedding wasn't? On an island.
I
Because
think
it's
it
not
was.
an island.
I think it was on an island.
Okay, right. Ballyfermont's an island. If we're going to lie about it,
Well,
we
technically,
live in an island.
We do. Ireland is an island.
Yeah, but Ballyfermont specifically. There's water. There's
Where?
a bridge.
Where?
Up the road.
There's no water around Ballyfermot.
Right, well, it's not my fault that fucking Ballyfermot's so poxy desolate that there's no poxy water here, okay?
We're
right?
not claiming that Ballyfermot is an island.
Yeah, but they're claiming that Fota is an island.
Because
It's
it
not an
is.
island. It's 75%.
You just seen a picture of it
No,
being
there's
an
just
island.
like a lock around it or some shite.
All around it.
75% of it.
Right, okay.
It's not an island.
But you had to cross a bridge to get onto it.
So,
Right.
I cross many bridges. You're burning this one right now.
This is a bridge you're
It's
not getting
an
over
island.
very easy.
I refuse to believe that it's an island. For anyone who's been gaslit into believing that Fota is an island,
Okay.
I implore you to look up your facts, okay? Go on to Google Earth or whatever it is, and you will in fact see that there is a bridge, but that bridge then connects to land.
Will I pull it
On
up
left and right side.
Will I pull it up on Google Earth?
You can do whatever you want, because it's not an island, because it's attached to the mainland of Cork.
Okay.
Now, I do believe...
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. What are
yeah.
you going to say? What are you going to say?
What am I going to say? I'm going to stick to it.
Okay. Stick to
Because
it
it's
then.
attached to the mainland. It's attached to the rest of Cork. It's not an island.
Fota Island Resort.
It's not though, is it? It's just Fota Resort.
I think
not
it
an
is.
island.
I actually think it is an island.
Do you know what? I just feel so sorry for the grooms because they were sold a dream. They were sold a private island. They did not receive a private nor an island.
I
you know?
think the wedding was darling on a private island. We had a lovely time on a private island.
I think it was a lovely wedding in general.
On a
It would
private
have been
island.
nice if it was on a private island.
Oh, you're fuming about this, aren't you?
I just feel that people lie. Do you know what I mean?
Why do people lie?
Like what? I'm sitting on an island right now. If we're going to
yes,
like,
you are.
no,
Ireland
but like
is an
right
island.
here, like if you're going to lie about it,
Well, technically, your chair is kind of floating. It's not connected to anything.
We have an island in the kitchen.
Yeah, true.
Okay, is it private?
Right.
I think we should leave this be.
I think
knowing that it's not an island.
For your mental health, we should leave it be. But just know, me and the nation know it's a private island.
I don't know if we do.
I think we do.
I don't know if we do. I'm gonna have to find out more about this. I'm gonna have to look up.
Gonna have to inquire more.
I'm gonna have to look for evidence of it being an island, because so far all signs are pointing to it just being a little dribble of land.
Right.
What's that called? Like a
archipelago or something.
Something like that.
Anyway, we'll take a break and we'll be right back. And we're back. Now, I really enjoyed the moment where we stopped recording and you decided you needed to leave the room for a minute just to calm down.
I needed some air. You know what? I felt very flush. I believe in walking away from situations that you just don't feel you're safe in.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? And I didn't feel like
for your psychological
safe space.
safety, fair enough.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
To help you sleep at night, I done some further research.
Okay.
And Fota Island is indeed an island because it is covered by water on all sides.
It's not though.
And you can actually have an island that is connected to another landmass. And that is a strip of land called a tombolo.
So why is it not Fota Tombolo Resort?
Because the hotel resort is not on the tombolo, it's on the island.
Yeah, but then it should be like
I think Leaving Cert Geography is coming back to you now.
This is false advertising, because on this piece of paper it says your private island, but really it should say your semi-private tombolo.
No, because you're on the island, you're not on the tombolo.
Oh, that sounds like bollocks to me. I don't know.
I think...
Now, I did also feverishly search this up, but it didn't really bring up much because I kind of got thick with the www.
Right.
I added an extra W. I just googled Fota Island is in Cork, attached to land dash. So why is it an island?
Oh, you got fuming at Google.
Why is it an island then? I'm gonna have to drive down to this supposed private island. Sure,
we've been there.
No, I'm gonna have to again.
Oh,
I'm gonna
right,
have to
okay.
revisit.
Any
I'm gonna
excuse.
find the first member of staff I can find and say, prove it's an island. Prove it.
Do you know what? It's a 5-star resort. I'm sure there's somebody down there that's like a geography teacher.
I feel like, do you know what? Everyone is just, it's a lovely place, and I feel like everyone was so caught up on how lovely it was that they failed to realise they were being sold a dream that didn't exist, because they were in fact on a tombolo. A semi-private tombolo instead of a private island.
You are fuming. I love it. Anyway, I think we can move on because I've proven I was right. So, something that you did mention actually was how you pay for a toilet in Stephen's Green, and worryingly, you questioned whether that would be okay for you to use on your own in a private
I'm
sense.
not gonna lie, I don't even think I've ever used the toilets in Stephen's Green, but I just know you would have to pay for the luxury of those toilets. Famously.
Yeah. Well, in a win for the people of Dublin, a very controversial redesign was published for Stephen's Green Shopping Centre, as we all remember. That was a very big national conversation at the time.
And it was going to make it ugly, basically.
It's going to make it
right?
horrible.
It was going to be very modern.
It was actually going to make it just like every other new building. To be fair. But in some good news, on Commission Planala refused planning.
Okay.
And the reason they cited the refusal is because it lacks a strong sense of original aesthetic and would not achieve a sufficiently high standard of placemaking, urban design and architecture at this key city centre location.
Oh, good on board Planala.
Right? I know. I feel like we complain a lot about that kind of stuff, and I think everyone complains or was complaining about the change or the redesign.
Now, I'm going to say a controversial statement, which was...
If you tell me you are in support of that change.
I don't believe that Grafton Street's an island. No. You know the whole Grafton Quarter thing, like I wasn't jumping for joy about it, but I didn't really see much of a problem and all this kind of stuff. I was like, yeah, sure, why not? But like, I do think sometimes people just don't want better for themselves. But anyway, I did hate the idea of the Stephen's Green changing.
Yeah.
But I thought that like the way everyone was reporting it, the way it was going to be going on all over the place, it very much seemed like it was like a done deal, and that's why everyone was so up in arms about it.
I think this is the thing, right? So we've been so used to finding out that these things are happening, and then like kind of being like, right, well, we're powerless, there's nothing we can do about it, whatever. In this case, we actually won. This is actually someone done something about it, and it has done good. Now they have also said that they are still open to resubmissions because it was mainly the design essentially that they refused on, specifically the external design, because currently I didn't realize this, but it's actually underperforming as a retail offering because of the size of the units inside. It doesn't actually meet like newer retailers, especially I think like excuse me, the bigger retailers need much bigger space. But they have such small units, individual units inside.
Whereas like when that was built originally, the needs would have been the same.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I found that really interesting.
Because actually when I seen that Stephen's Green was going under a redevelopment, I originally when I didn't know it was going to be a big modern looking monstrosity, I was like, oh, I love that. Like I very much thought it was going to be like cleaning up what was already there, maybe doing some kind of repair work, whatever it needed, kind of in the way they have with they redone the Mercantile, but they also on the other end of that street, on near the top of Georgia Street, what's that building again? Off the corner of Exchequer Street or Exchange Street, I can't remember.
Are you talking about like the Central Hotel?
Yes. Yeah. That recently got like, it wasn't really a redesign or anything like that, but they just kind of spruced it up, and it looks stunning. It's gorgeous.
It does,
so
actually,
much nicer.
to be fair, and like I'm glad that the red brick and all was still kept along Georgia Street, all that kind of stuff.
So that's kind of what I thought they were going to do with Stephen's Green, was just give it a bit of a like.
To be fair, I'd be all for a redevelopment if they
kept a lot of the original, like where they could keep the original facade, like you said, and just kind of like, again, spruce it up. You don't need to like to bring something into the modern age. You don't need to absolutely strip away what it ever was. You know.
No, and I think that's part of the charm of it as well. Yeah. And I'd love to see changes in Stephen's Green, because I'd love to see more of like a mixed use kind of situation. Like I'd never go to Stephen's Green Shopping Centre for anything to eat, for example.
No,
I wouldn't really go for a coffee. No. It's not somewhere I'd particularly visit, if you know what I mean.
Lovely John stores though.
Oh yeah, the
nice
Duns is quite nice. Well, the food court, which is the only part I care about.
Well, I mean, listen, this is it.
Let's be real.
But yay for On Board Planala. Good for them.
On Commission Planala.
Yeah,
congrats.
Good for them.
Love it.
I have something that is a headline, which is not necessarily along the same vein, but is a conversation all the same. Rick Owens, the designer.
Okay, I don't know this person.
Rick Owens is selling feet pics to raise money for LGBTQ plus.
How would I know Rick Owens?
Rick Owens is a fashion designer. I can't remember what fashion house he is. I think he does really nice shoes.
Right.
But is
so it's kind of fitting that he's doing feet pics.
Yeah, well, this is it. But
work, diva.
So Rick Owens created an OnlyFans account, which he will be selling feet pictures to raise money for Les Maisons de Lana, is the headline that I seen.
So he's raising money for Lana Del Rey.
Clearly.
Obviously.
No, Les Maisons de Lana is a charity which is named after a trans artist, sex worker and activist, Alana Starr.
Oh, wow.
So that's lovely. I love that. That's fantastic. But I was kind of reading this headline saying, I love that Rick Owens is raising money for this. But why feet pics? Why does someone need to sell feet pics?
Well, it's kind of clever because we're talking about it.
Well, this is true. And I also then proceeded to look, because I knew the name Rick Owens, and I looked up and I was kind of like, does Rick Owens have particularly nice feet?
So is this your way of telling me you subscribe to OnlyFans?
Clearly. Now, I wouldn't be one to say anyone particularly has nice feet.
Sorry?
But I'm so sorry.
My feet are an island.
But not to shame Rick Owens, I don't think necessarily the reason he was making this OnlyFans was because a lot of people sought after his feet. Okay. So I was basically like, why can we not just raise money? Or why, if Rick Owens is a fashion designer, can Rick Owens not create an article?
This podcast has taken such a turn because now I believe in climate change and suddenly you're the conservative one.
I'm the conservative one that's like, why do we need to sell feet pics?
Why do we care?
I was more so just like, what came to this conclusion? Okay, this is fairly random. Like, if Rick Owens wanted to do something for charity, why not create some type of collection to raise money for charity?
Yeah.
But the reason is actually very camp.
Okay.
The reason is very, very camp. So, the Les Maisons de Lana is actually a shelter in Versailles that provides emergency accommodation for LGBTQ plus asylum seekers. Fantastic, amazing. We love to see it. The space serves as a sanctuary where people can begin to rebuild their lives and access resources and regain independence, is what the Les Maisons de Lana claim to be. The OnlyFans for anyone who might be interested in it is going to be $5 a month.
Okay.
I believe that's like €4.50 in euro. Can't speak for what it might be in pounds.
Is that what the bank charge came in as?
Apparently.
Okay.
Yeah, so they say. However, the reason Rick is actually doing feet pics is because he drew inspiration from a Italian aristocrat, Contessa di Castiglione, a famous 19th century socialite who became known for commissioning photographic portraits. However, in her later life, as she aged, the Contessa, reportedly began to focus solely on her feet in the images because she believed her physical beauty had faded in time. But obviously, she felt really good about her feet specifically.
She's going with bunions and all.
I guess so. I don't know what the feet health were like in the century at the time.
I don't know what the feet health were like in the century. Okay. You've never recovered from the Fota Island thing, have you?
No.
Yeah.
No, I really haven't. But anyway...
Do you know what? I'm actually delighted I gagged you with that.
For anyone who's seen this headline, I just felt the need that I needed to let people know this was the reason, because Rick didn't just decide, you know what, one day I'm going to wake up, I want to raise money for Le Maison de Lana. I'm going to sell my feet pics.
Okay.
There is reason for it. Doesn't change the fact that feet pics are being sold all the same. Apparently just 5 available online if you're interested for only measly $5 a month.
Oh.
Again, for like €4.50. So there you go.
Allegedly. Actually, that Contessa thing reminded me. What was her name? Contessa?
It was Contessa di Castiglione. I'm definitely like butchering that.
Yeah, good for her.
Listen.
I won't need to repeat that, but good for her. We have just finished listening to The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo.
Yes.
And that story is all about, old Hollywood and that kind of stuff. And that just reminded me that we haven't had any big major stars come out in years.
Okay, I thought this was going to be related to the feet thing.
Well,
okay.
it kind of loosely
that
was,
is true.
Beauty Fading, etc.
Yeah.
But we never get big stars coming out anymore. And is it because they usually arrive out? Or is there some sort of like censorship happening? What is that?
Don't know.
What's that all about?
That's a question. Well, we did kind of talk about this in the last episode around like Harry Styles, how he kind of flies under the radar with his sexuality. I do think
the queer baity kind of queer codey
I
thing.
think that's kind of like Benson Boone kind of does it a little bit as well.
Yeah, like I don't think anyone would be particularly shocked if they decided.
Shawn Mendes basically came out but hasn't come out.
Oh my god, that's so
interesting.
true.
There's
actually,
food for thought.
That is so true.
Where are the gays?
Where are the gays? Did he come out in a song or something?
No, I think he came out during a concert.
No, but
so
I
technically
think,
during a song.
I think it was like an unreleased song, and he sang it live, and in it was like "Yup Lads" or something.
I'm gay.
Oh, it's
we're
something
queer.
Canadian.
We're here. Get used to it. Like what?
All right, Orson Hodge can do. But yeah, that's just something that reminds me of that. I think that's really weird. Because the whole premise of that, obviously, not to spoil it for anyone, evidently by spoiling it, is she comes out after she's dead.
Yeah, as a bisexual. Well, technically.
No, yeah,
speaking.
that's true.
Well, she's not dead when she says it.
Well, she is when the world finds out.
This is true. This is true. Fantastic book. Really, really good.
Fun book, right? Fun listen.
Apparently it's been made into a Netflix series as well.
Which is, I keep thinking it's out this year, but apparently it's not for like another 2 years.
Oh, is that? I thought it was 2026.
So did I.
Interesting.
Well, no, actually, I thought it was this Christmas. But anyway, we move. I have one other thing that I want to talk about, which is kind of loosely based on, not to compare us to any other country, of course. Okay. However, there's a lot of discourse online, and that there's always discourse around RTE, right? And the purpose of RTE and how people don't necessarily resonate with what RTE put out and all that kind of
If
stuff.
Fota Island's an island,
Nationwide, investigates, primetime, etc.
Yeah.
However, something I realised is RTE don't ever do live broadcasts from any of the festivals in Ireland.
Okay, that's true actually.
Considering they're like such a everyone knows EP happens. There's so many people that go and involved in some different festivals. We've had All Together Now, EP. Is Body and Soul still going?
Wasn't that the one that almost pulled out last minute this year?
Oh, maybe.
So technically for the moment, yes, but next year, who knows?
But they never do like coverage of it, and that's not necessarily to say they have to cover them all. But like, why don't they commission like a highlights or?
Yeah, I never really thought about it like
the main
obviously
Glastonbury does be on BBC.
Yeah, and then Coachella does be on on the internet.
Coachella does be on the
on the YouTube
on the net.
Yeah, that's actually so fair.
Isn't
Do you
it?
reckon there's just not the money there for it, or maybe like,
Oh, there's has to be the money there. That's silly to say there's not the money there.
do you think? I was kind of thinking like, if you think of Coachella and Glastonbury again, not to like compare, but I suppose the acts wouldn't necessarily, you would think, maybe be as big. But then we've had some very big acts.
Well, think of EP, right? We've got Chapel Roan.
Yeah.
We've got Hosier,
Kings of
Kings of
Leon.
Leon, Becky Hill,
Right.
Fatboy Slim.
Okay, we're starting to go down in stature. Grand.
But they're the headliners.
yeah.
So like, there's so many other acts that are
But I
happening.
suppose like last year, didn't the Wolf Tones do EP last year?
Exactly.
So that definitely would have been one that people would tune into.
It needs to be on Reeling in the Ears. Do you know what I mean? I think
That's
we
so
need to get
interesting.
Commission Planola on that now.
Bring back Oxygen, I say. Do you know what I mean? If we're going to be digging stuff out.
Do up digging and they didn't. Yeah, no, I do think that's weird.
I'd be here for that. Or like you said, at least like a headlights kind of thing. Like,
Yeah, I like headlights.
at least a highlights
Yeah.
of the headliners.
God, I really gagged
They
you
should
with that,
call it
didn't I?
headlights.
I really gagged you.
I think I just have such a marketing
You're
mind.
just really struggling to keep up now for the rest of the episode, aren't you? You're
I just
really
refuse
gagged.
to believe the Fota Island's an island. Like, it's just not. It's just not. I don't care what you say.
That got me wondering though about if RTE ever did, and apparently they did cover Electric Picnic, but the last time they done it was 2017.
Oh, in what capacity did it cover it?
I think
like
it
a
was
live stream?
broadcast live, or I don't know if it was live. But there's so much potential because 2FM are at all the festivals. So like, get those presenters to do segments
bits
and
and bobs.
interviews, and like, I don't understand why that's not been done. Anyway, we move.
Yeah, because that's like, do you know what? We need more things onto RTE Player, and that's a prime example of something that could go on the player now. Just stream it.
You're annoying me now by saying stuff like that.
Why?
Why do
Just
we need it on the
stream it.
player?
Because we need more bits on the player. Like, there's all of room to improve. That's fantastic. But
True,
like,
actually.
throw EP on that
Yeah, sure.
while we're doing it, and look into Fota Island. I'm just
RTE
saying.
investigates
I'm just
Fota
saying.
Island.
And it has to be like private, like in inverted commas. It has to be private island, because it's neither a private nor an island.
Right.
Do you know? I have another one as well.
Okay.
It's
Thank
not
God.
necessarily as juicy as whether, you know, Fota Island may or may not be.
Oh, I'd hate to
more
listen to
so
this episode.
towards leaning.
I am actually sorry.
And it is just to say how happy I am for Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
Is this
together.
confirmed? Are they actually true?
I don't think they've necessarily come out and done like a whole press statement. So for who may not have seen, for those listening or watching who may not have seen, Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson are allegedly
Canoodling?
Canoodling, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
They have been asked this in interviews, and they've basically said that they're like enjoying their time together,
Oh.
which I'm sure they have.
So they're good friends.
Great friends. But they are both in the new movie The Naked Gun.
Oh, is she in that?
Yeah. I think
Oh,
that's
that's
where
the
they
whole
met.
point. Okay,
Yeah.
right, fine.
Oh God.
I knew he was in it. I knew.
Am I
the movie
saying
was
this
in it.
and now that's not true?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, this was your segment, chicken.
Well, anyway, they're together. I'm nearly sure it was on The Naked. That's the only thing I've seen. Yeah, sure. That's what the press tour is for.
I don't know. I'm not watching the press tour.
I'm
not watching the RTE
I'm
player.
still gagged at the Fota Island thing. Sorry. But anyway, they're together now,
Right.
and good for them. I just wanted to say, in case you're listening.
Right. Good for them. Happy
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
I actually do want to see that. We have been to the cinema again since the last episode twice.
Twice.
Which
Were
is
we?
it? Yeah, we were. We went to see
Went to see Superman, and then
Superman.
we went to see
Weapons. And oh my God, Weapons is fab.
You haven't even mentioned the fact that it was my birthday yesterday.
I didn't think you wanted to. I didn't think you'd want that mentioned.
Because like I kind of forgot
But I didn't think you'd want
until
to
we
mention
said about going to the cinema, which is what we done for my
for
birthday.
your birthday. Do you know what? There was something very sweet about the fact that we went to your birthday. It was like a 9-year-old's birthday.
It was really sweet until we brought bottles of wine into drinking.
I thought you were going to say it was really sweet until we brought, and then said who we brought.
Yeah, like you just got you gagged me with Fota Island, and then you don't even like wish me happy birthday officially on our podcast.
Oh, well, happy birthday, darling.
Thanks.
Did you enjoy the eating mess that I made you?
It was actually lovely.
No.
Yeah, it was really nice.
That's everything for me, I think, for this week. I think that's a lot. I think
Yeah.
I've caused some trauma, I think,
You
this week.
have. I'm going to look for signs and clues and just
Evidence.
evidence that Fota may or may not be an island.
Right.
I'm going to do that from London, apparently.
And while this episode is out, we are actively in London.
Yeah.
So we are also looking for some recommendations because we've got a few things on the list. We want to go to the V&A, Lee Berry exhibition, British Museum.
We're going to see Imelda Staunton.
And I kind of want to see Stranger Things.
I really want to see Stranger Things, actually, because turns out not a musical.
And turns out
really good, apparently.
Really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a prequel, right?
I haven't seen it.
Right, okay.
Right.
I feel like this episode has a very high amount of annoyances of us being like, let's mention this. Oh God, is that right? I'm not too sure.
No, I think that was just you. I had my facts for a change.
Well, I have the facts.
No, I had the
only
facts.
fact I have, which is, right, okay, islands are attached to land now, right?
I had, not only did I have facts, I had a map. I had evidence.
Yeah, a map where...
I submitted evidence to the court of public opinion. And do you know what? Gagged you with that now because that's what you get for calling me out on the last
pain
episode.
in my neck now.
Now you see, if you could only go to a spa on a private island.
Yeah, well I can't. Can I? Because it's not a fucking private island, is it? And we didn't get to go to the spa. You're annoying me now. You're annoying me now.
If you made it this far into the episode, thank you so much. You're an absolute gem.
God, I'm sweating.
Please make sure to rate, subscribe, review on all of the platforms and all that kind of stuff. And if you want to be featured in an episode with something that is annoying you or something that you feel should be a national conversation, we are going to be compiling a list of our feedback that we've gotten and some messages that we've gotten, and we're going to put out an episode called Voice of the Nation. And that's going to be coming out soon, elusively.
Yes. I think it's not the next episode, the episode after.
I think it is the episode after, because we are also going to be doing Electric Picnic this year. And we're going to try our very, very best to do an episode from EP. We
have a camper van. We are camping queens.
Can't wait.
Because I couldn't be doing the camping shit. I'm so sorry.
No.
I'm so sorry. You are listening to this episode where I specifically am debating whether an island is private or not, and you think I'm able to camp? No, just stop.
No.
Just stop.
You put the camp in the festival.
Exactly.
Not the other way around.
You put the van.
I put the van in the festival. Yeah. But more on that in the next episode, because we do have one more coming out in 2 weeks' time. Thank you so much for listening. You're absolute gems, a lot of yous. Until next time. Come here.
Go on.